everyday skirmishes, killings, extrajudicial building settlements, and I don't need to go into the ugly.
So was it a legitimate attack on October the 7th to kill women and children and rape them?
Well, there is nothing legitimate. Is occupation legitimate?
No, I'm talking about... Well, let's just talk about October the 7th. They didn't occupy, did they? They left in 2005.
Yes, October 7th is a mere reaction to an ongoing onslaught of the
So that was a legitimate operation to kill babies and rape women?
No.
No, you're right, it wasn't, was it?
No.
No, good.
No, don't put words into my mouth.
I didn't, you just answered it.
All I am saying, basically, violence is bad. And violence breeds violence.
Not really, is it? There's collateral damage and there's going and decapitating and raping women and then killing them. That's different to collateral damage. Can't you see the difference?
Could we let the ambassador reply?
Well, not if he's going to talk.
No, come on.
Crap.
Ambassador, you can't. You must listen.
No. I want to answer him because we didn't see decapitated baby.
Oh, do you want to see that?
We didn't see that.
You saw the women being paraded around the town, didn't you? And all the citizens spitting on them.
They were running from what happened. They were not, and those were taken by Israeli military soldiers.
What?
So are you? Hang on.
Let's not distort.
The woman on the back of the truck. They were all spitting at the Israelis. That was the Israelis, was it? What are you saying? Did you see that? The woman in the truck being spat on by all the residents and citizens of Gaza.
Spat by whom? Spat by whom?
By all the citizens in Gaza. Did you not see them? All of them? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should watch that, being as you're the ambassador.
Can we listen? I'm trying to find a calm way.
You need to watch that after this.
That's not the way to conduct an interview.
Oh, you tell me tell me what I should ask you. You ask yourself the questions.
You ask the questions about.
All right, now you do
the Stop it.
You know, the way to conduct an interview. This is an assault, and it is not really professional of trying to put me in a situation where I am not given the chance to answer you.
All right,
you just want to put words into my mouth, and
nobody. You be quiet for a minute. Nobody wishes to put any words in your mouth. But
I thought you were Jewish.
Ash, he is.
I'm not a Zionist, but it seems you are a Zionist.
All right, you don't like those two.
Okay, so Zionists are. Would you say Zionists and Hamas are really the same sort of people who really don't want any kind of peace and hate each other? That nothing can be done until there has been a total war and one side has won. Is that what you're telling me?
No, what I'm telling you is the fact that if Israel wants to get Hamas, let them get Hamas. That's fine.
That's
okay.
But
how do they just a minute? How do they do that?
But you don't. But I don't know how to.
But how do they do that when Hamas
kill indiscriminately?
Nobody kills indiscriminately in a war, but unfortunately people get killed.
How do you explain 20,000 people being killed?
Because that's just a very low ratio.
But Hamas,
that's 7,000-8,000 terrorists. And that's Hamas figures you're quoting.
Just a minute.
That's Hamas figures you're quoting.
Hamas are fighting using the Palestinian people as shields. They're fighting within that area. They're putting those people in harm's way. Listen, in the Second World War,
they're shooting them.
Millions of innocent people, sadly, were killed because when there is a war, innocent people die. I mean, 3 Israelis were killed by
Israelis
today.
I mean, it's a very it's house to house, it's door to door, and there could be explosives or Hamas on the end of it. So they've got tunnels on top of that. Sort of
Manuel, what I'm trying to get to is there must be a way that this can be stopped, because the Israeli armed forces are not going to stop until Hamas surrender. So why don't people like you tell Hamas that they have to surrender? They are a terrorist organisation.
Release the hostages.
And that will be it.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
If you justify the killing of 20,000 people and the destruction and decimation of the entire Gaza with a war crimes that have been every day inflicted upon the Palestinians, that you are, or I mean, the Israeli soldiers are killing Hamas, then you know that Hamas are operating from tunnels. They're not operating from hospitals and from
the tunnels are under the hospital, then they come up the tunnel.
No, it was proven that it was nothing in the Shifa hospital, and the entire And the entire media system.
Are you saying tonight, Ambassador, that the Israeli soldiers are just out there shooting innocent people? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And
yes.
Are you telling?
Yes.
Well, you're talking rubbish, really, absolute rubbish, because you know rubbish. That's not true.
Well, it might be true, but it'll be by accident. They even shot 3 Israelis, their own people, so it will happen by accident.
Do you think nobody is attacking
today,
the Israelis?
What happened in the church? What happened in the church today in Gaza when they have shot a woman with her daughter?
I don't know that one.
Listen,
I haven't seen it. I'll watch that, and you watch the lady in the truck being spat at in Gaza.
Stop it a minute.
We'll both do our homework.
Women and children is shooting
both of
Hamas.
you, for one moment, listen. You're both getting very aerated. This is exactly what is happening on the other side. The Israelis, listen. The Israelis were attacked by a bunch of thugs, okay? And they killed innocent people. They responded and retaliated. They are now at war. They are at war with terrorists who actually probably frighten you. I don't know whether you're frightened of them and they're telling you what to say or not. But if they
they would do, because you're from Fatah, are you? You're
If they put down their arms and surrendered, this could all stop tomorrow. So why don't people like you ask them to do that?
First of all, I'm not Hamas, and I'm a Palestinian diplomat who fights for the cause of the Palestinian right for self-determination. And I was the one who accepts the two-state solution, living side by side with Israel.
Right.
We are a democratic entity. We have nothing to do with extremism.
But you don't have elections. Just 1 minute.
No.
That's a bit of a problem being a democracy, isn't it? You've got
yes,
the elections, isn't it?
Yes.
You forgot
Israel
that.
Israel stopped the elections in East Jerusalem. That's why we don't have elections.
Okay, calm.
Right.
Listen, will you actually say on the programme tonight, I ask a lot of people in your position to say this and they won't, do you admit that Hamas are a bunch of murdering terrorists that you would like to see out of the West Bank and out of Gaza?
Hamas is an integral part of the Palestinian people. They are a militant group. And there
are a lot of scumbags. I hate to be. That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard. They are. You're scared, aren't you? You are scared to condemn them.
I'm not scared.
You are scared to condemn people who committed this. You disgust me, Ambassador. I thought you were a reasonable, decent person.
You disgust me with your questions. 20,000 people have been killed and you never...
And that is terrible, and nobody is saying...
Well, actually, even if you go with the Hamas figures, that's actually a very low amount compared to the... It's about 1-to-1 ratio of terrorists to innocent people. So even on Hamas figures, that's very low. And let's face it, Hamas figures are a load of...
if I might say, a very good diplomat.
Because,
you know, there is a war.
So do we.
Good night. Thank you for your call. You want to stop it?
Bye. Don't be a stranger.
We don't need your interview.
Get off my show now. Go.
Go.
See ya.
Go to hell.
Off now.
Or is it au revoir?
No, I'm not having somebody like you say those things.